Hey, so this is Gary again from Helm of Sun Valley in San Mateo, California, helm-sport.com. And in this video, I want to cover the Salomon XMax 120 custom shell. This is a phenomenal boot. I put my foot in this boot and it just blew me away how well this thing fit and how great the heel hold down was. Most of the time when I put on a boot, I look for how well it is conforming to all the nooks and crannies of my foot, how well it's gripping my Achilles area and above my heel bone. That's the most important place for a boot to grab, is that area. You control that area and you don't have the propensity to want to buckle the buckles down overly tight because your heel is being held down by the boot itself. Anyway, this is a custom shell boot. What's custom shell mean? Custom shell means that the shell itself, the hard outer part of the boot, has the ability to conform to your foot. We put it in an oven, heat it up to about 200 degrees, and then we put the whole boot on your foot. And wherever your foot is wide or you have a bony prominence, the shell material of the boot will actually move out and take the shape of those bony prominences or those wide areas. It's fairly unique in boots. In the past, liners were custom, had some custom molding ability, but not shells. And this custom shell has been around for a while. Fisher has a similar type of product, but it's a pretty revolutionary technology. So this is a 120 flex. Let's go over what does this max mean. You'll also see X Pro 122 and X Max 120. What's the difference? Well, the difference is width. The Pro is a wider boot and the Max is a narrower boot. So they say that the Max starts off at a 98 millimeter last. Personally, I think it's a very generous 98 millimeter last. It's probably more like a 99, maybe a 100 millimeter last, and then the Pro is a little bit wider. But since it's custom shell, it will adapt to a wider foot. So we here at Helm have mostly gone with the narrower Max lines of boots from Salomon, knowing that when you do the custom shell process, it's going to move out to accommodate a wider foot. So this is a very typical, straightforward boot. Doesn't have any walking mode or anything like that. Velcro closure on the top, which is very typical. Nothing fancy going on down below there. 2 rivets on the back, which can be removed, and the boot becomes softer. You can remove one or both of those, depending on how soft you want to make the boot. So the liner is really what sets this boot apart. It's got just some great contouring going on in here, really gripping that Achilles, like I said before. And it's fairly firm foam. One of the things that the boot designers have to wrestle with is how good of a fit you want out of the box and how good of a long-term fit you want. Generally speaking, if I were to make a liner with really soft, cushy foam, you put your foot in it right out of the box and go, wow, this fits great, because that foam instantly conforms to your foot. But the problem is then when you start to go skiing, that soft foam allows your foot to move around, and what do you do when that happens? You buckle the boots way over tight, and you start to get cramping and burning, and those are the guys that are sometimes unbuckling at the bottom of the run. Or the other side, other way to design a liner is firmer foams. It's not going to conform instantaneously, so you have to be a little bit more patient when you put the boot on. Don't judge it instantly, because this firm foam will slowly start to conform to your foot. But the better side, the flip side of that, is that in the long term, it holds your foot more firmly. You have a fit that is going to allow your foot to move around less, and in the long run, the boot will pack out less too. So, and Salomon's just really hit a great combination of firmness, and it's just an awesome design, and the way they contour the inside of the shell and the liner to just do a fantastic job of holding the foot. This happens to be that they use the 3D custom fit liner, which is 80% thermomoldable foams. It's almost their top liner that they use in this 120. They do make a race liner which is 100% thermomoldable foams, but that thermomoldable foam, what does that do? Well, Thermomoldable foam means we heat up the liner, and then you put your foot in it during the custom shell process too. And the liner's doing some molding to your foot. So not only do you have the shell molding to your foot, the liner's molding to your foot too. So it results in a pretty awesome fit. So that is your Max 120 from Salomon. Awesome. It's just a fantastic boot. So if you found this video helpful, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you have any comments or questions, comment in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you. All right, see you in the next video.